Yeah. No, I was just talking about the weather. So yeah, you have Code of Silence. I love this. This is cool. This is awesome. This is really fun and really cool. And I know I repeated about twice, but Dad, I don't care. Yeah, it's fun. It's intimate. I lost language, which is ironic. I like the idea of a show with someone trying to do sort of like lip reading. I also like the idea of it as Code of Silence, which is a double entendre. Because if you're doing like stuff like with the police, sometimes you have to have a code of silence, and you also have the thieves having this code of silence to try and make them so we don't know that, so people outside don't know they're committing crimes. But I do love this. I do find this really fun. The whole idea I think is really interesting with the deductions. So yeah. The reason why I paused it there instead of having longer is because I'm just going to be straight here. One of the more important things is things that we're going to talk about, because a lot of it, I know some of it is in the trailers, which is, oh, who's going to be in this? But because I haven't watched the trailers, I'm just going to assume some of this stuff will be spoilers. So she sort of like, the one thing which I like, and it's a small moment, and I just like that idea where, because she accidentally gets an order wrong, which, what I see, that would have happened with anyone. He did not say that specifically. And he's always like keeping an eye. That sort of small, like, even like what she says is like, oh, you could have talked to me about this. It's so poignant. I just like that one scene of like, because I've been rewatching this again, while I've been reviewing a couple of stuff with like my mum, and she pointed out that doing this has this level of like, she believes that she is naive. And most of the time I don't bring that up, but the reason why I bring it up here is because I kind of believe there's sort of like two reasons why. There's sort of like actually not two. One sort of like major reason why she does this. Actually two. Never mind. I'm gonna say both, and I don't know which one's more important, but you get what I mean. One is the fact that overall she's having the situation with her house and new tenants kind of pushes her into a situation. She's already doing two jobs and she's already not having like enough income. And yes, that does assume that she needs the money for that reason, but the tenants are being corrupt, and I can just point out that it's their kind of fault. The other one is, like I think she says, because of because she is deaf, people look down at her. And I feel like that's one of those things where she doesn't like to be looked down on, because you shouldn't look down at people, no. But that's the thing, that she just has that, and I think that's interesting, that because of those two reasons, she's taken this more, not naive, but more calculated risk that I think other people might not. I don't know, it's just something that I think. I do think this is really good, and I think this is one thing that I would definitely recommend for you to watch. Absolutely. And now, yeah, we're going to do a bit of this. Even though technically I think I reviewed some of this. I started watching this because of the new part 2, and I started watching these. So here's the first one of these. So,